Hello everybody, welcome to another video. I'm here at one of my open houses. This is 6640 Turtle Mountain Road in New Smyrna Beach. This towering mansion of a beach house is amazing, and I can't wait to take you along for the ride. Alrighty guys, we're on the first level of this magnificent home. As always, on my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, there's a full feature video on this listing if you guys want to see everything it has to offer, because it really is magnificent. Just go there, I'd really appreciate it. However, I did want to make this video because on everywhere I look on YouTube in the world of real estate, there is somebody putting in a video about their first 30 days, their first 90 days, how they started, what they would do different, all that good stuff. So I wanted to put my 2 cents in it. Reason being is I'm still the new guy. I'm still in my first year of real estate. Full disclosure, I've been able to do 5 deals, and I have currently 4 listings that are active. So I have been able to gather some business in the world of real estate, and just wanted to bring you guys kind of what I did, what was my footprint, what was my background, how it helped me, all that good stuff. So let's get right into it. Alrighty guys, so logically we have to start with the background. So before I became a real estate professional, I worked for a home service company. They provided pest service, they provided lawn service, irrigation, and most importantly, termite. That's one of the most important aspects that it worked for me for real estate. As you know, here in Florida, any real estate professional or up-and-comer would know that WDO inspections are very important here. It is my argument that you should always get a WDO inspection, regardless of you being conventional, FHA, VA loan. I don't care. Get it. Get the peace of mind, have the clean bill of health, or if something's wrong, you can have it fixed before you purchase the home and realize, oh my God, I have to fumigate it. But that was one of the most important aspects of it, because obviously it gave me a keen eye for inspection. It showed me all of the dangers that it comes to the state of Florida, so my clients are protected when it comes to purchasing, or my clients are informed when it comes to selling, and we find this type of stuff that is occurring. The other aspect of it was I was on the sales side of this company, and I was able to become the #1 sales guy for the region, which is something I hang my hat on because the competition was pretty fierce. I believe the difference was $3 for me to become #1. You want to talk about competition. But that's another aspect that really helped me in the world of real estate because of the lead generation, the follow-up process, and creating a giant network that works organically within itself to generate you business. All right, so let's start there. Let's start with lead generation. So when I first got into real estate, obviously, I'm not from this area. I've been living here for about 8 years, so I don't have that giant sphere that some of these folks in real estate have around this place. So I had to build my own from scratch. So where did I get started? My first few bits of business, my first 3 deals actually, came from open houses. Now you may ask, how am I going to do an open house if I don't have any listings? Well, when you become a real estate agent, you have to work for a brokerage. And in this brokerage, you are more than likely going to find vastly more experienced realtors or real estate agents who have houses and listings that they would love for you to do open houses on. My experience with Coldwell Banker Coast Realty was amazing. As soon as I arrived and started networking within the office, everybody came out of the woodwork, says, hey, yeah, I have this listing. I would love for you to do an open house for me. I have this other listing. I would love to lend it to you to do an open house for it. And I started doing open houses just about every single weekend and generating some business from there. They were all buyer leads. All 3 of them were buyer leads. But hey, we're generating, we're going, we're building the network. So my first suggestion is obviously open houses. That's going to be your first lead gen. Your next lead gen source is the one everyone hates the most. It's cold calling. I know it sucks, but you know what? It works. It really does work. For me, myself, I have it organized. So I wake up in the morning, I have my breakfast, I have my big old fat cup of joe, and then I sit on my butt until I have enough conversations to at least generate an appointment. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I generate an appointment a day. That would be incredible. I'm not there yet. But at least I have a way of gauging and measuring how much activity I need to do to get that results. I need to call X amount of people to have X amount of conversations to then generate 1 appointment. Because that's the whole goal, is to get to someone's door, talk to them, and hopefully gain their business. So it's an unfortunate one, but you got to do it. Cool. But Angel, who do I call? Where do I even get started? Do I just pick a random neighborhood and start calling people like crazy? Well, start with the low-hanging fruit. expired listings, and canceled contracts. These folks already gave you some information in the form of, yeah, they wanted to sell, but they were not able to sell. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab yourself a script, whichever one you want. I personally use one that I found on YouTube for free, and master it. Make sure you know it up, down, left, right, and center. Practice it with people who are going to be to you. My practice partner is my wife, and she is ruthless. And I mean ruthless in the best possible way. She says no to everything. She argues any point I try to make, but it helps because when I talk to somebody who gives me one of those objections or tries to give me one of those objections, I know how to handle it. So get yourself a script, master the heck out of it, start at the low-hanging fruit with your expireds and your cancels, and then if that doesn't work, yes, move on to neighborhoods that you know. Maybe you did an open house in a neighborhood and you start calling around that area. Hey, I don't know if you noticed I was doing an open house there, but there's a lot of interest in your neighborhood. Have you thought of buying or selling? No? Oh, so that's your forever home? Oh, it isn't. Now the conversation starts. The whole point is to have conversations to then get to their doorstep and hopefully get their business. Now, another thing that goes side by side with the cold calling is an investment I made that I wish I would have made it earlier, is get a dialer. I was hard chugging it. I had 3 monitors on my computer. I had 1 website on every monitor, the MLS on one and people finders on the others. And I was finding these people's information, making my phone calls and trying to get a hold of them. When I invested in a dialer, my activity shot through the roof. The amounts of calls I can make shot through the roof, and the amounts of conversations almost doubled. And it just gave me more opportunities. Now, it doesn't mean that every one of these appointments is going to turn into business, but it is an opportunity, and that's the whole goal behind lead generation, is to create leads. So if I'm going to give you a little piece of advice on the cold calling aspect of it, I know it sucks, but what makes it just a little bit better is get yourself a dialer. Do your research, whichever one fits you the best, go for it. The last lead gen source I want to talk about is this right here, social media and posting. We're talking Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, TikTok videos, YouTube videos, or going live on any of those platforms. No matter who you follow or who you talk to when it comes to real estate, they're all going to say the same thing. Consistency is key. It is a great snowball effect that occurs when you are consistent and are always engaging and posting with your public. And just like a giant snowball, it becomes almost unstoppable, which is great. Think about that. And in a lead generation business, you've got an aspect that is constantly generating you leads all the time. It's phenomenal. But to get there, it takes consistency. I'm sure you've heard of 1 or 2 people who posted 2 or 3 vids. They blew up. They became successful. Great, wonderful. God bless them. For the vast majority of us, it's going to take time and consistency to get there. If you do enjoy it, double up on it. Give it all you got. I wish everybody nothing but the best. I'm trying my damnedest. But there you go. And that's going to be it. As I'm locking up the house, that's right. Remember from my last video, when you leave, lock up the house. Don't forget. Just want to remind everybody that I post these videos on a weekly basis. I also post my Space Coast Spotlight, that's a tongue twister, on a weekly basis, and I post on my social medias constantly. So if you find any of this content helpful, please like, share, subscribe, get all the good karma that's coming your way. But other than that, this has been Angel, your real estate guardian. Give me a call. All right, folks, so logically, we got to start with... Not again.